All right, welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today, let's talk The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 13, Predictions. All right, let's jump right into this. So we thought Alicia was a casting for Season 7, and I did put this in a previous video where I thought it was too soon to cast for Season 7 because, and that's why I mentioned there's a possibility we're going to see her in Season 6, but it felt weird. I just didn't know where they were going to put her into play here, and now we do, and now it makes a ton more sense because before it didn't look like we were going to get, it looked like we were going to get some fighting and not much more with the Saviors until the big reveal, and I did not think they would have any women at the moment in the forefront just because of how it's structured. But I guess we need to relook at how it's structured. There's going to be strong males and strong females, as opposed to in the comic we didn't see some stronger males or females, I should say, until a little later on in the story. Anyway, so Alicia Witt, oh crap, damn it. Listen, I like her in Justified and everything else, and I always screw up her last name. So if I screw that up. Anyway, give her a follow on Twitter because she's going to be, it looks like the next episode's big bad, mini bad I should call it. She's a problem. She has Maggie and Carol captured, and it looks like, or at least she says, she is the only way to get this resolved. Now, this is an interesting twist. It's interesting in one hand, annoying on the other. Let's talk about the interesting first. Interesting is because, obviously for comic book fans, this is all new material. So some fans I can already imagine are going to scream filler. Other fans are going to be like, okay, this is refreshing. Let's see where they go. I'm in that camp. I want to see where it goes. However, the annoying aspect, they've done this to death. Pun very much intended there. And the simple fact is because ever since Season 3, ironically enough, with Glenn and Maggie, yet again, being captured, we've had, Season 3, Glenn and Maggie get captured and taken to Woodbury, and our group goes to Woodbury in, an assault on Woodbury to get their people back. Now, this is where it gets slightly annoying that they keep doing this, but interesting because it feels like they're paralleling that. And if that's what they're doing, and they do a lot of that, they do a lot of paralleling, they do a lot of character stories that mirror each other to show some different choices that they make, different development, I should say. But let's just put it out there. In Season 3, they had Glenn and Maggie, right? Let me think of anything else. I don't know. Season 4 was, we had Michonne and Herschel in Season 4, and then later we had Beth. Season 5 we had Beth still, and then Season 6 we technically had Denise with the wolf, and now Maggie and Carol. It just seems like there's always a good character getting taken by the bad character for either, an episode or 2 episodes. Beth was the longest, I would say technically she would be the longest, going from Season 4 into 5. But it's getting a little old. Now we do know in the comic there's a very iconic moment where someone else is captured for an extremely short amount of time. Now I'm even more confident they can't do that again, for the love of God. Imagine someone else getting captured in Alexandria, even if it's only for 1 episode or 2 outside of Alexandria. I can't see them doing that again. But it is getting a little old, and I'm kind of hoping this will stop. However, if they stick true to some of the comic book, there's going to be more of this coming. Now, what is going on? So a lot of people are saying, or not a lot of people, I've heard a few comments saying that these people aren't the Saviors. They're definitely the Saviors. We know that because that compound, that outpost that they hit, it was the Saviors' outpost. Jesus confirmed that. They had the Polaroids with the heads bashed. I thought, how fucked up would that be if that outpost was run by people in a different community that were forced to be there. Now, if that was the case, then they wouldn't have the pictures hanging up, but maybe the Saviors hung the pictures and they just made them sleep. It gets crazy, but I'm just going to make it easy and say, listen, I think they were 100% Saviors. Not only that, if you watch the previews for next episode, the chick, if you watch the preview clip, the chick is like, holy crap, they got Bozo, That's not his real name, but I'm just saying, they got so so-and-so, and then they call, hey, put your python down. So they're definitely in the same group, you know what I mean? So they're definitely saviors. And another thing that's interesting is they could actually be bringing some comic moment with Holly. A lot of comic fans will know, but I don't want to spoil it here. They might be bringing that really early on, which would be mind-blowing and probably just epic. However, I feel like they might just be foreshadowing it for All Out War, you know what I mean? But if they do that, it's going to be epic. And again, I feel like Maggie is safe because they've spent so much time in the story building her character up, actually building it up. Not like Beth, for example. I mean, they didn't build her up in the same way. Maggie is being molded into this leadership position, and it's going to have to deal with the hilltop. So we are getting a trade-off with these characters. How well or how bad it plays out, that is still up in the air. Part of me has no fucking clue where they're going to go with this, because, and here's the good thing, at least our guys can be content in knowing no one can pick up a phone and say, Negan, back up, get over here now. Like, that at least is going to keep them safe momentarily, right? Unless they send a messenger off, like, listen. And I don't know why they don't do that more, not only in the show, but in the comic. It's like, no one ever thinks of sending a messenger on a fast horse or something, I'm telling you. They never think of that shit. Anyway, so in the show, they could do that. They could buy time. Now, we have to look at the trade-off. What does the woman want? The character that was talking to him on the walkie, what does she want? Does she only want to trade off with her guy between the two girls? She does say that that's not a fair trade, 2 for 1. So what does that bitch want? I have no clue, and I think that's the biggest thing stumping me right now. Part of me feels like she not only wants to try to make the trade, get her guy back, that's her main thing. Part of me thinks she wants to kill them if the opportunity presents itself, if they're capable, because she does even ask. She's like, no, there are too many. The guy was like, oh, we've taken more, and she's like, no, these guys, they mean business. So I do not know where they're going to go from here. If I was thinking specifically, if I was going to think about the episodes coming, we just watched episode 12. This is going to be episode 13. So we got 13, 14, 15, and 16. If 16 is actually meeting with this Negan character, then we can say 3 episodes. This one's going to deal with the trade-off. Then we got 2 episodes. Hey, there's always that one episode a season where I will openly admit I have no fucking clue what direction they're going to take this. Yep, so this might actually be a Predictions A and a Predictions B video, because I watched the one trailer, but there's literally nothing in there. I can dig deep and make some predictions based on it, but in reality, the 2 different scenarios with the captives is completely different. One in the TV shows at Negan's outpost. The other one in the comic is actually back home at Alexandria, right outside the gates. So if this is that same type of scenario, it's looking like maybe we will get another head-on attack or versus between the 2 group, and Negan's men might be wiped out. Now, where will they go from there? Rick and his gang will know, obviously, that's not Negan's compound or camp, and then they'd have to actually find... Hold on. Alright, but I can say a part of me feels like they will have another attack. Somebody will get away. Rick is maybe going to put together another group for an attack, and this I'm going to take from the comic because I think something will come up where Rick is pissed and he's like, listen, this is bigger, someone's not telling us the truth, and he's going to want to get a group together to go back to the hilltop. I do feel like there's actually room in here to take a flashback and see what happened to the bike, because we do see Daryl's bike, which Dwight had. So I do think there is room for a flashback. The flashback would be him getting his face burnt. Go watch my Dwight video if you want to hear about that. But I do believe As far as the original content that's coming that isn't from the comic, I am looking forward to it. Some of the original material, it's a hit or miss. However, I'm really looking forward to what they do here with the kidnapping, because I'm hoping it's going to parallel. I know some people are already saying that, Herschel got taken, he got killed. Beth got taken, she got killed. Maggie got taken, she'll get killed. But she didn't get killed when she was taken in season 3, and I think that, again, with her build-up, it would be ridiculous to kill her off. So go ahead and put your predictions down in that comment box, and keep an eye out for another predictions video, because I might actually look at where they could take the next few episodes and make a prediction video based on the last few episodes of season 6. Thoughts and opinions and predictions and theories in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.